Hey guys, how's it going? This is WilliamSRP for SimRacingPaddock, and we are going to be taking part in the SimRacingPaddock series through Sim Racing System in Assetto Corsa. So, I know I've been out of it for a little while. I've just been busy with life and whatnot, but yeah, I'm finally getting to race in my own series. I totally missed last championship series with the Ferrari F1 car. But it looks like we have a decent turnout for the Porsche race. And we have about 25 minutes before the race starts. So let's give this a go. So another thing you will notice is I'm not sitting in the GTO Mega Cockpit. I have finally gotten everything put together with the Trak Racer RS6 cockpit. I might need to lower the wheel deck a little bit. But so far, so good. Yeah, I might lower it later on. Try to get a better seating position. But for now, let's get some driving in. So, one sec. Let's turn off the display capture. And turn on Assetto Corsa. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Assetto Corsa. Come on. There we go. We're good. So, gonna turn in some practice laps. So, Dylan, this Fanatec is the Clubsport wheel version 2.5. It is currently my favorite non-direct drive wheel. In terms of belt drive wheels, this, in my opinion, is the best on the market. It's just incredibly smooth, incredibly quick. And I feel basically no signs of it being a belt drive wheel. I definitely need to lower this wheel deck. But once I do that, I think this will be pretty darn good. So 10. I have received some news. They basically are saying that the $333 starting point, that's just an early bird price. And then once the wheel is fully released, they're saying it'll be around the $750 or $800 mark. So keep that in mind. They also said they are planning on doing are coming to California, because they said a lot of them used to live in California but then moved back to Ukraine. I don't really know why people would move back to Ukraine, but yeah, they are saying that they're gonna have press events and they want to get me to test drive it. So once I get it in my hands, I'll be a lot more optimistic about it. This is going to be a tricky race, though, because I have my wheel just set way too high. So, it's blocking a lot of my view of the screen. But I'm still being able to hit my marks okay. Once a race hits, that's what I'm going to be slightly concerned about. And thank you, So. Thank you for subscribing. I might need to lower my wheel a little bit before the race, actually, if I have my wrench on me. Still, like, I'm in the early stages of testing out this cockpit, which means I'm learning what the proper seating position is. I think this has the wheel slightly too high. I should be able to lower a bit to get to a more ergonomically correct position. that doesn't block my view. This is the Track Racer RS6 cockpit. And one thing I will just say is I love this seat. This is a fiberglass one-piece seat, and oh my god, this is comfy. Look like a little kid that stole the parents' car. Yeah, I think that's the problem with having this wheel just set way too high. So we have about 20 minutes before the race, so I'm gonna set this to replay for you guys, and I'm gonna adjust that real quick. See if I can get a better seating position. So webcam's gonna go dark, but I'll let you guys watch some of the replay. Alright, this should be a little bit of a better seating position. And Jake, I did see that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. So yeah, this, you can see the wheel is visibly lower now. I'm closer, so that little kid that stole the parents' car look is not nearly as pronounced. So let's try this now. Oh, shoot. While I moved it, my wheel died. So let's get that replugged in. There we go. Except that kills force feedback now, so I have to quit and join back in. Sheesh kebabs. Hold on. Okay. Quit out. Okay. So we have about 10 minutes left of practice. Now I might have this almost too low, but it should work okay. Oh, so much better. Still can make some minor improvements, though. Hey, Sim Enthusiast, how's it going, man? Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, Sim Enthusiast. But yeah, I'm happy I'm back. Testing out a new cockpit. Now I have the seating position almost too close. Destiny 2. Hey, Jake, how's it going, man? This is the Track Racer RS6, and I think my brake gamma's off or something. These brakes just feel very touchy. I'll be honest though, guys, I'm a little sore because I've been starting to work out again. Basically, a while ago I was chatting with my roommate and like, dude, we need to be workout buddies. And yeah, you ever get that feeling you don't realize how horribly out of shape you are until you start working out again? Well, that's how I'm feeling right now. My legs have been sore for like 2 days straight. Alright, Dennis, or Deniadius. How's it going, man? Woo, lock up. It's going to be an interesting race because I'm not used to the behavior of this cockpit. Because one thing I've learned through testing out stuff on SimRacingPaddock, different cockpits have different behaviors. This one, it's nice. I need to dial in the seating position though, because I feel the wheel is now a little too low. Just a few minutes ago I had it set too high. So it's almost like Goldilocks. If it feels a little too low, it feels unnatural. Feels too high, feels unnatural. Once you get the balances, it's nice. Okay, 547. In about 2 laps or so, I need to quit out of this and get into the lobby. Might need to turn down force feedback a little bit. But yeah, as mentioned before, I love this seat. This seat with the RS6, so flippin' comfortable. And I was a little nervous though because I have some minor back issues, but this is a single piece fiberglass race seat, and I might want to put in a little more cushioning, but apart from that, it hugs you in all the right spots. I bet in theory, if I was working late night, I could fall asleep in this chair. Wouldn't be the most comfortable when I woke up, but I bet I could fall asleep in this chair. I need to change my gear, put it there, I guess, so I can actually see it. So I'll dial down my force feedback for the event. Getting the next level racing seat. I tested the F1 GT, I haven't tested any of the other cockpits. H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P. I believe this cockpit was at around the $700 mark. And at first, when I was testing out the cockpit, I was a little worried about the wheel mount. But then I contact the guy from Trak Racer. He's like, oh shoot, that's the older generation wheel mount. So they send me the new wheel mount, and yeah, this is pretty darn sturdy. Polly, I am doing pretty well. I mean, there's a little bit of flex in the arm of the cockpit, but it's not really too noticeable while actually driving. It's what I would call within the tolerable range. I mean, ideally, I'd want zero flex whatsoever, but this kind of flex, I'm okay with. Hello, Zednix, how's it going? And hello to everyone watching on Twitch. I'm not leaving you guys out of this. Paulie, yes, my name is Will. It's William Marsh. All stands have some little bit of flex, I think. I think, as of right now, the 80-20 based cockpits tend to have the least flex. I think so. A PVC homemade cockpit, those do flex a bit. If you get like the 1-inch PVC, I heard it can be pretty sturdy. I would never try a direct drive wheel on it. But it also sounds like soon I'll be testing out the Trak Racer wheel stand, and that I'm kind of excited about because that might finally get me to be able to put a cockpit in my in my living room and test it out on my 4K TV, so I could test out titles such as GT Sport and Forza Motorsport 7 in HDR and get to see how those look with a wheel. And VSR Sigma, I am doing pretty well. I can't speak for everyone else in the lobby or in the chat, but I'm doing pretty well. Okay, this will be my last lap before exiting out. I could possibly take this in third, so I'm going to keep that in mind during the race. These Porsche cars are just so lively. Polly, to my knowledge, I think the inverted, they come with the brake performance kit pre-installed. So I think that's the only thing. Yeah, Kirk, I was able to talk my family into getting the LG OLED in. Muy bueno, muy bueno. So that's a 132.1. Let's see if we can replicate that. But yeah, oh, I love watching stuff in 4K. And also, I ended up on Black Friday scoring a Klipsch speaker system, which is awesome as well. So, Troll Turismo. Sim Racing System is an online sim racing system that coordinates online races and events. So it's a community-developed app that helps coordinate, put on events for people to take part in. So you can see a lot of people are signed up for this race that I actually have coordinated with Sim Racing System to put on. And it's part of a championship. So yeah, this is the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup, and we're taking it to a variety of different tracks. This week it's Brands Hatch. So it's a series of online leagues. Let me think. Do I want to raise it up a bit? I think for this, I'm fine. VSR. Basically, it's an idea that's similar to, say, open source iRacing. So, with that, you have the coordinated online events, you have the races, and everything. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, speaking of some great news as well, I just got the Thrustmaster TGT set up. Hold on a second. You're going to go for a bit of a ride. You can see right there on my GT Omega, that is actually the TGT. I was currently running it with the Sparko rim. I wanted to experiment with that because, to be perfectly honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the TGT stock rim. But yeah, I now have the Thrustmaster TGT for testing. So I will keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been asking about it. I just got the TGT yesterday. So whoop whoop. So now we wait for the race to start. So, did any of you guys score anything good on Black Friday? Hold on. It's open. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting review. So far, I've only put maybe an hour of testing on. And it's interesting because that tactile transducer in the back, it does enhance the feel. It's kind of fun. But that small wheel that it comes with makes it honestly feel a bit like a toy. And yeah, that's sort of the struggle. Would I recommend a G25 as a first decent wheel? That was actually the first decent wheel I came with. But nowadays, I would say maybe a Thrustmaster T150, that might be a good one. But yeah, it's a little tough because nowadays the G25, it's pushing a decade old. I think it might be a decade old by now. VSR Sigma, or wait, no, Sigma. Sim Racing Noob. I am using the Audio-Technica 875R. It is a shotgun microphone. I have that plugged into a Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 interface. So it's an XLR microphone into a interface. I am currently using OBS Broadcaster to stream. I'm using the NVIDIA encoder to actually do the streaming myself. And I believe I'm at about 4,200 kilobit per second upload and bandwidth. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do a video later on talking about what I'm doing. Yeah, I enjoy this microphone. The only thing is, if I turn my head away, you might not hear as well. That's the only concern, I would say. Awesome to hear, Sigma. So I'm not anticipating a win, guys. I don't think I've ever won a sim racing system event yet. A, that could mean I'm due, or B, that just means I'm not as good a driver as everyone else, or they set up their cars better. But I'm excited. Yeah, Todd McDanger, my first cockpit I actually built out of 2x3s to save a little bit of space. I'd recommend 2x4s if you're really planning on driving hard with it, though. But yeah, my first cockpit was one I actually built. And I'd say building a sim cockpit can be pretty fun. I spent about $150 on my cockpit, and yeah, I used it for a couple good years. I did some endurance events with it. So yeah, building cockpit can be an effective way of getting started, which is nice. Just make sure you're handy and can devote time to that. I wasn't really too handy, so my cockpit didn't really look great, hence the nickname on it, the Ghetto Blaster. I used the Fanatec, it was the Sport wheel stand. It's now known as the CSL wheel stand. I used that for a little while. Yeah, Moomod, that's one of the frustrating things with the GT Omega Pro. It's those center bars on it. Yeah, JK, that was the cockpit I did, or I started with that idea, but then I decided, okay, I'm going to make it as a table behind it and see how that goes. But I'd say if it works, if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. Story of my life. Okay, get into qualifying. So let's see how this goes. Let's change the setup here. Oh, we're locked to hards. Okay. Also, one thing I recommend is look at classifieds. You can find great deals on used cockpits, and usually it's because they're so difficult to ship, people will just sell them for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, it's funny, for my first cockpit, my former stepdad and we actually went to our local junkyard pick and pull, and we picked out an old seat from an Acura. Thank you, Broski Sunya, for subscribing. Thank you. Whoop. Come on, give me room. Yeah, the seat ended up costing me $40, I think. which it's relatively reasonable. I'm assuming because I live in California, pick and pull might be a little more expensive than in other states or areas. But yeah, it's a great way to get started. Sim rigs are girl repellent, then I'm kind of screwed because I have 3. But I mean, if Jimmy Broadbent can get a girl, why can't I? But in all seriousness, I kind of, this is random talking while qualifying for a race. My bad relationship with my ex was part of what got me back into doing SimRacingPaddock last year. So, in spring of 2016, I ended up just being in a really bad relationship, and long story short, girl was crazy. And then after we broke up, she immediately sprung on the rebound so hard, she ended up marrying a guy 2 months after the breakup. So I just ended up pouring a lot of passion back into the SimRacingPaddock site and the YouTube channel. So you can see around July of 2016 was when I really started back on the channel. So that's when I really started pushing SimRacingPaddock harder, and then when I started doing more reviews and stuff. So yeah, it's life. RF2 is bae. I gotta admit, I am enjoying the Formula E. I was talking with Marcel Offerman, the head of Studio 397. He was saying, dude, later on you need to test it out at historic Monaco. So I might test that out later on. But yeah, I love Brands Hatch too. So if there's a better improved version of Brands Hatch, maybe Formula E around Brands Hatch Indy. But yeah, Sim Enthusiast, if the door doesn't open, you can just climb through the window, NASCAR style. I'm always taking it easy in turn 1, because I know turn 1 can be crazy. I have actually not been able to test out GRC yet. One of the side jobs I do is some IT and website design stuff. And a couple of days ago, something horrible happened to, it was one of my clients' websites. And I've been spending like 2 days working on fixing that. So I've just been kind of, yeah. Sim Enthusiast, isn't that called the Vicky Mendoza scale? For all of you How I Met Your Mother fans there. Mumaj BIOS. recommend for a first sim racing title? That is tricky, but Assetto Corsa is very accessible. Assetto Corsa is a very accessible title. In terms of fidelity, I'd recommend R Factor 2, but that can be slightly challenging to get into at first. So Assetto Corsa definitely is a great starting point if you want to really start there. Thinking about getting Cockpit, do I know what the difference between the GT Omega Pro versus Art? So the GT Omega Art is, I believe, the newer Cockpit from them, and that's one I have unfortunately not tested yet. So the GT Omega Art, I believe, is a little more of a compact design. It doesn't have the center bars running across the center, so you might be able to run a greater variety of pedals. I've heard some people modifying the Art to be able to handle a direct drive wheel okay. But the thing is, the pedal deck and the wheel deck, I believe they are made out of MDF, which is particle board. So it's not as stronger as, say, a metal cockpit. So GT Omega Pro is all metal construction apart from the seat. But one thing I've noticed is the center bars get in the way of, say, like my Heusinkveld. I want to see about maybe reviewing the Art in the future, but for now, I have a few other cockpits I need to review in the meantime. Like this one. Also, for the record, I am driving this with a Heusinkveld, and it's holding up pretty well. I'm liking the feel of the pedals. GT Omega Pro for $260. Huh. Ironing board. That's like broke college kid level 5,000. I don't know if enough gas for one more lap, but we'll see. Any news on Direct Drive Fanatec? Apparently more information is going to be revealed Christmas Eve, apparently. Fanatec, they put out, I guess they're calling it their advent calendar. So they are holding sales or a competition for items. And on the 24th, they have an image of the direct drive wheel. So yeah, that's what I know. Basically what most other people know. So I don't know anything you guys don't know. Unless you didn't know about the advent calendar. But I'm hoping we get more information Christmas Eve. Whoop. Come on. Let's see if we can get a better lap. 28, 29. Dang it, we just moved up to 9th and then got knocked down 2 spots. Ouch. That's rough, buddy. Just don't tell me it costs 50 more than a 2.5. Odds are it's not going to cost that. Excuse me? So we were just doing a hair over 2 minutes. So I'm just going to do 25 liters to be safe. Should be an exciting race, even though we're starting from the back. Momo wheels from Rickman. I've always heard great things about that. And Taha Isa, thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. So if you've noticed me being a little more gentle with my throttle input and everything, that's because my calves are killing me. I know they say don't skip leg day, but man, my calves are burning. Come on, let's get a good start. Everyone just gets a good start here. Take it easy in turn 1. Cold tires, guys, cold tires. And oh, we got 2 spinners, 2 guys off track. Let's take it easy, guys. What? Oh! Oh, that was a close call. Woo! So, Kloon, have you tested out the handbrakes yet? Or not handbrake, the pedals yet? Oh, the one guy's, he's close behind me. Whoa, oh, he spun. Gonna let him by. He's quick. Little on the outside. Whoa. Whoa. I'm so not used to these pedals after so much. Yeah, these cars have serious tude. Guy on my inside, I'm gonna let him by. Yeah, I did shorten the throttle on mine as well. It just felt a little too long stock. Woo! That's some good racing. I tried getting on the throttle hard, and looks like we got a bit of a run, but they might have a run behind me. Exciting racing for 6th place. Little lockup. Dang it. Could not get onto the throttle as hard as I wanted. Have I ever reviewed GT Legends? I have not yet, but I'm planning on doing some retrospective reviews, so that might be a fun title to sort of take a look back at, because I have it. It's definitely a great classic. Ouch, Todd. I thought they were going to ship it out in February. Saw a flash of a yellow flag. Whoa, whoa! Oh, we caught that. I guess I'm just lucky because I live in California, but Fanatec shipping, in my experience, hasn't been too expensive. It's like $10 or something like that. Wow, they're closing in fast. Oh my God. Trying to see if I can close in on this guy, but it's just like, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try this in third gear. Maybe not. That was not a good corner for me. Oh, that was almost too hard, I think. Come on. I'm only 1/10 closer than I was last lap. Nope, 2/10 closer. Trying to capitalize. I'd say what Fanatec is king at is the smooth wheel. The Fanatec wheels are just so smooth in my opinion. Whoa! Oh! Oversteer! Oh, he's diving. He threw the car in there hard, but he made it stick. It's getting exciting, guys. They're closing in. Hit the rev limiter. That's not good. Dang, a little too eager there. This car's starting to get a little crazy on me. I can't defend. Ah! No, a little too hard, a little too hard. Ah, we made that stick. Oh, that was kind of scary there, guys. That was kind of scary. And the race is only freaking halfway over. I can feel my tires are starting to go away, I think. Maybe not go away, but they're just not nearly as good as they once were. In the beginning of the race, they're falling off. Oh! 5th place spun. We're up to 6th. I think if we don't crumble under the pressure, we'll be okay. I would love to get a top 5 for you guys, but I don't know if I can pull that off. 7th is a second behind us, though. I think 6th would be respectable in the field. Whoa! I have not tested the TSPC yet. I have tested the TSXW. I wouldn't go out and say it's weaker. I'd say it's not as smooth. It's still a great upgrade. I'd say that. But if you do have that little bit more to invest into the Fanatec ecosystem, I think it would be slightly more rewarding. Starting to ride that edge a little more. You can see I'm riding that understeer a bit. Someone spun, I guess. Just riding on my tail. So one thing from my early testing of the TGT is slightly smoother than the Thrustmaster TSXW. It is a little smoother. Oh, he's in the dirt. Is that 4th place ahead of us? Hey Nirvash, how's it going? So I'm only going to be able to stream through the end of this race. I have to do a couple other things tonight. But, hey, this is going to be an exciting finish. We're battling for 5th. I thought. Or is it 5th? Maybe not. Huh. Could have sworn we were battling for 5th. No! Oh, we almost went off there. Yeah, I'm slightly nervous about the Field VR. They did say they wanted to get my hands on it early next year. So I'll see how that goes, and hopefully once I get my hands on it, I'll be slightly more optimistic. Well, whoa. That was dangerous. I'm just going to take it easy. We're about 6 seconds ahead of the next car. I'd say 7th is okay. We started in like 12th, so that's the 5 position gain. I don't want to try pushing too hard and just losing all this ground I have. Yeah, my tires, they're starting to wear out. Sim enthusiasts, I would say that, but then they push out the TGT rim. It's like, that TGT rim just does not sit well with me. It needs to be like an inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches larger. It just feels downright tiny compared to, say, the Sparko rim or this rim even. Germ Online, no, I have not been able to catch it yet. Where'd you send it to? Yellow flag. Dane can almost make up the ground on him. Yeah, I believe it's roughly 11 inches. I think to put in perspective, this is, I want to say 32 centimeters, so it's like, I want to say this is around 12 inches, 12 and a half inches. Thank you, Nicholas. It's tricky. But at least I know Brands Hatch pretty well. I'm going to try to see if I can apply a little bit of pressure on this guy. We're 0.6 of a second behind, roughly. Come on. So, we have 2 laps left, I think. Come on. So, in terms of field of view, this is more in terms of presentation. This is my presentation field of view. for live streams and stuff. For actual driving and fun, driving for fun and testing, I will do a more optimized field of view. But for live streams and stuff, generally I've been doing a little different. Trying to make it more comfortable for the viewer. So this should be my last lap. I'm just hoping I don't run out. I don't think I'm gonna run out. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, that was close. My guess is that was a lap down car. Thank you, Mark, for subscribing. I've heard quite a people, they do go with projector screens. I have not tested myself, but I believe that like professional sim racers, or not professional sim racers, professional simulation centers, they'll use projectors. I can't really speak for that myself, but yeah. So it looks like we're going to take home 6th. Woo! Wait, 5th! So that guy we passed you one was for position. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. So we started 12th, picked up 7 spots, finished 5th. Got so excited, I spit a bit on my monitor. Woo! That's a good finish, especially while doing a live stream and chatting. Yeah, I'm happy with that finish. A lot of talented drivers, and yeah. Woo! Or wait, it might be actually 6th because one guy quit ahead of us, so actually it might still be 6th with the way the system works. But yeah, that was a good race, man. Woo, woo, woo. We'll take a look at final results if we can out of this. So let's stop the car and exit out. So let's see if we can see the results before I sign off. But man, so let's put on display capture. So when I was running practice, I was getting a 130. I brought it down to 128. Dang. I guess that's also with lower fuel load and everything. But yeah. Okay, so final result, we finished 6th. Congratulations for Luke Sky for winning the race. And man, that was a fun event, guys. Pretty solid, clean racing all around. I didn't see anything that was clearly, really like, what the heck happened there? Like, all in all, it seemed pretty darn clean, pretty darn solid, and good racing, good field. I had some good racing. I think it was like with Paul when we were side by side for a few corners. Good racing, good respectable racing. So next week, Friday, 6 o'clock Pacific, or not Friday, next week, Wednesday, 6 o'clock Pacific time, we are going to be doing our next race. Let me see if I can see what week or what that's going to be at, though. Because I don't know what, let's see. GT3 Cup at the Nürburgring GP circuit. So next week, it's at the Nürburgring GP circuit. So stay tuned next week. I'll try doing another live stream with that. But man, this was a lot of fun, guys. So thank you everyone for taking part. And Yeah, so for now, I am going to sign out. Have some stuff I have to do tonight. But guys, thanks for watching. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to do some iRacing rallycross. So stay tuned for that, and it should be exciting. And Free Sport, these are all 20-minute events. So my event was 20 minutes, and it worked pretty darn well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. For the Sim Racing Paddock, I'm William Marsh, and you have a great rest of your day.